This is a request from viewers or followers from out of the country. I'm showing to you today how to make Bagong Bayan, or they call Bayan. This is a bread which you can find in your sari-sari store or in your local bakeries. Let's get started. For the skin, you need 250 grams bread flour, or you can use all-purpose flour, 250 grams of third-class flour, or you can use cake flour, 3/4 to 1 cup of water. This is variable, add gradually. 1 egg, 1/2 cup sugar, 3 tablespoons of shortening, or you can use oil, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon yeast. For the filling, you need 2 cups of dry breadcrumbs, 2 cups of third-class flour, or you can use cake flour, 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon vanilla, egg yellow food color, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 cup margarine, 2 eggs, 2/3 to 3/4 cup of water, also variable, please add gradually. We put together flour, 2 kinds of flour, and then sugar and salt, an egg, dissolve it in water. I will not add all of the water. And then we have shortening. You can use oil, but shortening is better. The yeast, you add the yeast with the flour. Right. This one mixed together. You don't have to dissolve the sugar completely, as long as the sugar has a little water. Of course, don't expect to melt the or dissolve the shortening, okay? The shortening will stay as it is. Alright, this one is fine. Mix this. Then we add the remaining water if the dough is too dry. You can use a mixer, but you can use your hands for this. Just in case you forgot and added all of the water, you can add a little bit more flour. Then the next thing you do, you mix this until it's smooth, but you don't need to develop this. You don't need to develop the gluten. You only need to mix this, and then you rest this, cover, rest this for 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, or up to 1 hour. Alright, so this is it. We will just wrap this in plastic. Then let's make the filling. We put together all the dry ingredients: flour, dried breadcrumbs, the breadcrumbs that you use for your pandesal, brown sugar, and then you have salt, baking powder, baking soda. If you want to add coloring, make sure you add it to your liquid. I'm going to set aside a small portion because water is variable. Because sometimes the eggs are very big, so you don't need so much water. You have eggs, vanilla, then we need a little coloring. Dissolve the coloring in water, because if you add it directly to the flour, sometimes after a while you will see blotches of the color. Okay, mix this, and then we have margarine. Alright, here I added only 2/3 cup of water. I didn't add 3/4, alright, because this is enough. My eggs are extra large, and this is the yellow color that I want, not too dark. Okay, so we just mix this until it's well blended. After mixing, we're going to use this to fill our skin. Alright, for the Bagong Bayan, this has rested for 20 minutes. So I think I'll divide this in 3 is enough. I think 3. So it means we also divide the filling into 3. Okay? If your dough is 3, your filling should also be 3. Let's dust this with flour. Then we roll this out. Oops. We roll it out into a rectangular shape. The bayan, you can make it thick. I mean, you can make them, the bayan, you can make them big, you can make them small. I usually make the medium size. If this is the length of your dough, you should roll the palaman to the same length of your dough. You dust it with flour, don't worry. You brush the skin with water. You can use water, you can use milk, you can use egg. If you don't brush this, what happens is when you bake, the filling will separate from the dough. So like this, and then we roll this. Let me try to see if I can patch this on the other side. Yep. So let's set this aside while we do the next 2 pieces. Alright? We let it rest first. And do the same thing with the next piece. And then roll again to the same length. Dust with flour. All right. Let's go back to the first one. Here. See? You make sure it's close. You just put water. Anyway, you won't see that. And then let's cut. Alright, then we will make our egg wash. The egg wash here, we add egg yellow color. And then you brush this like this, ha? Dapat yellow ang top. Because this is how the bayan should be, or the bagong bayan. Then, after this, you get a fork. This is just a design. Okay? What is characteristic of the bayan is when it's baked, this one pops out. The sides pop out. That's why in Bisaya they call this sinudlot. Sudlot means to pop out. Alright. Okay? So this goes into the oven. 375 degree oven for about 20 minutes or until it's done. And then I will continue with the rest. I have many recipes to share with you. If you're interested, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be alerted when a new video is uploaded. Here is our bagong bayan, already baked. You will see the filling pops out. If you reduce the sugar, you will notice that the filling will not pop out, okay? The bagong bayan, you can keep this for more than a week at room temperature and it will last